Nixters, mga kabunganga Nixters. Okay, welcome again to the Nixtradamus channel. But before we start, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video and all other videos of this channel. Okay, so our topic for today is Mars Retrograde. Okay, alright. You see, before we go into the retrograde, let's talk about the planet Mars first. Okay. Mars is the fourth planet in our solar system. It is the second smallest planet. The first is, of course, Mercury. Okay. Now, it has been named after the Roman god of war. Okay. Mars, Roman god of war. Okay. Why was it named after the Roman god of war? The counterpart is Ares or Ares. Okay. That's the Greek god counterpart of Mars. Why was it named? You know why? Because it is very suggestive. The planet is very suggestive of blood. The color of that planet, as can be seen from the naked eye on a clear night, is red or probably rusty. And so it has been associated with blood and the god, the Roman god Mars. Okay, it is referred to also as the red planet. Okay, in fact, I think there is a movie where I think a certain Earthling went to Mars. Okay, now why is it red? Well, science says that there is the presence of iron oxide. Okay, iron oxide on its surface. Okay, now Mars is also the basis of the month March. Okay, why March? Because the Latin is, I think, Martius. Okay, and in fact, there are festivals in honor of the god Mars held first in that month, March, and the second is in October. October is where there is military, I think, festivities, and also military campaign, and also the end of harvest, because it is the start of, or rather, it is already during autumn. Okay, now, so the month March was named after the Greek god Mars. Okay, now aside from that, Tuesday, the day of the week, Tuesday, is also named after the god of war, Mars. Okay, how is that so? Tuesday spelled differently. Okay, you see, the original, or I think the Latin name of Tuesday is Martes. That's why in Spain it is Martes, and in the Philippines it's also called Martes because we were colonized by Spain. But more than that, the Anglo-Saxon god is Theo. Okay, and the Norse god counterpart is Theor. Okay, that's why it's Theordog. Okay, so it became Tuesday. The old English name is T-I, or rather T-I-W, something like that. Okay, now Mars is not only the god of war, but also the god of agriculture. Okay, it is a destructive force. Okay, but that force that destroys is needed to restore peace. So war is needed to achieve peace. It is also represented by the spear and the shield. Okay, this symbol, okay, the spear and the shield, which now symbolizes the male gender. Okay, so much for Mars. Let's now go to the topic on the retrograde. The Mars retrograde started on September 9 this year, and it will last until November 13, which incidentally is Friday the 13th. Okay, the retrograde is quite rare, this one. Why? Because it happens only every 2 years. Last year, 2019, there was no Mars retrograde. This year there is. Next year there is none. And this retrograde happens or occurs for about, I think, 58 days to about 81 days. Okay, so roughly at least 2 months. That's why, it started in September. It has already started, and it will last for about 2 months until November 13. Okay? Now, when we say it's a retrograde, the planet seems to go backwards. Okay? Why is that? You see, imagine yourself riding in a car along a highway, and then there is this other car on your right side. You're quite fast, but that car is slower than your speed. You will now traverse this path, this highway, and then there will come a point where the two of you will be side by side. If you look outside your window, your car's window, at the other car, it would seem that both of you are stationary, okay, until you become faster than that one, because you are driving at a faster speed, and that car will now seem to go backward, although both of you are speeding forward, except that your speed is faster than the other one. That is the same concept in a Mars retrograde. Because the planet Mars is slower in its orbit around the Sun, there will come a point where it would seem that it will be not moving, or it will not be moving vis-a-vis the Earth. And then, when we now go faster, because we are closer to the Sun, it would seem that this planet will go backward. Okay? So, that is the retrograde. And as usual, when we talk about retrogrades, everything that is normal becomes abnormal. So, what do we expect in a Mars retrograde? 1. Old wounds will come to surface. Okay, so I repeat, old wounds would resurface. Okay, it's a period of hangover. When you get drunk the following day, you're sluggish, you don't feel like moving. Okay? That's the feeling that we will be getting. There will be no interest in a lot of things. Lack of initiative, no enthusiasm. We feel tired, listless. We become depressed. Yes, depression will be prevalent during this period. There will be also a sense of apathy. Like, you don't care about people around you. You don't care about your life. In fact, there will be a lack of vitality and impatience. It will also be a feeling of paranoia among us. Okay? So, we will feel like there is hesitation. We don't want to start something. Or if we have started something, it would seem like we won't push it through. There will also be a feeling of tension, resentment. Okay? It's very likely that there will be accidents also during this period. It's not the same as the Mercury retrograde. It's more of accidents due to rashness, due to trying to speed up when you cannot, okay? Or trying to avoid a mishap or a collision, but you cannot respond, okay? There's also a fear of retaliation, a fear of failure. Everything that you do or you have started doing will make you feel like you cannot achieve it. If you notice, since it is fall in some zones around the Earth, the air will be warmer drier. Okay? So, it's a general feeling of passive aggressiveness, a stopgap, okay, for those in business. Okay, now that you know the effect of Mars retrograde to us, let's now look at the do's and don'ts. Okay, so there. Do's. What should you do? Wait and see. Just learn from the past. Do not act on it. Wait and see. Another, take a rest. Slow down. Regroup yourselves. Recoup. Re-energize yourself. It's a period of relaxation, okay? You know, there are 6 days a week where you work, when you work, and then the last day you have to rest. That is the meaning of it. We reassess our current projects. We redefine. We rework. That's what you should do. Rework our programs. We have to be introspective. We look at ourselves. Okay? We have to understand survival methods, especially during the pandemic. Understand how we are going to survive. Control our anger. And since Mars also affects sexuality, we will feel repressed when it comes to our sexuality. So, the tension, you have to downplay the tension, your interests, okay, sexually. Look before you leap. Learn new skills. Be productive, okay? Now that you know the do's, let's look at the don'ts. What should you not do? Okay, 1. Do not panic. Do not overestimate yourself. Do not overestimate your capabilities. Okay? Do not assert your desires. Do not strike. Do not start a strike. Do not pick up a fight. Okay? You have to be straightforward or direct. Don't be straightforward or direct. When you're talking to somebody, do not be straightforward. As I said, downplay everything. So just listen. Just look. Sit down. Do not fight on the basis of impulse. Do not snap. Do not attack. Do not seek revenge. You have to squelch your enthusiasm. Okay? Do not assert. Okay? As I've said. Do not resort to sneaky, indirect, and clandestine ways. Do not also go back to old relationships. There's a tendency. This is not the same as Venus retrograde. Okay? Do not go back to old relationships. Meaning, even if that person is not around, do not try to reminisce and look at what could have been and try to connect again to this person. Do not do that. Do not also fix old problems since, as I've said earlier, old wounds would resurface. Do not try to fix old problems, especially if these are not broken. So do not fix what's not broken. Do not also compete because Mars in direct motion is competitive. This time, do not compete. Do not also make a commitment, whatever kind of commitment there is. Commitment in a relationship, commitment at work. Okay? Do not. And do not also do elective surgery. If it is by accident, of course, there's no other choice. But if you need to have, or if you need to undergo surgery and you have to choose, do not push through with it. Do not also purchase anything mechanical, anything connected with metal. So knives, do not purchase them. Metals, anything that's connected to mechanical energy or anything that's connected to mechanical equipment. Okay? So there. Now that you know the do's and the don'ts, just take it as it is. Okay? And it's just for 2 months and then next year there's no Mars retrograde. So, again, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video and all other videos of the Nañgit channel. Okay? Till next, light, love, and life. Namaste. Bye.